Welcome to the SF Comic Book Company. This is the SF Company Hour, Friday night special. And I'm going to fade out the music. Oh, damn it. I fucked it up again. See, all right. See, this is what happens. Rick's over in the wrong spot.
It's okay. It's okay. You did good. You did good.
Don't patronize me. Welcome to the SF Company Hour. This is issue number 7.
7. Wow. We're 7 shows in already.
We've all changed so much, so dramatically in this short amount of time. Issue number 7. It's just me and Rick today. Obviously, we had a guest planned, but they got sick because everyone's sick right now because it's December and it's cold and flu season. Everyone's fucking sick off their ass.
Except me and you. We're like Wolverine all of a sudden. Oh my god, fucking I have my phone. It's all unexpected.
This is the kind of show you're going to have tonight. So,
this is it. This is it.
So it's just me and Rick today. We're going to talk about some shit, and we're just going to F around. So, we're shooting this Friday night. I just got off of a 6-day work week, and I'm a little delirious, a little tired,
Can't even talk, bro.
I can't even talk, man. It's been a long week, man. So I've been looking forward to the show this week. I'm kind of disappointed we don't have our guest on, but I'm not going to put him on blast. Who it is? It's Juan Medina. You failed me. You failed me.
That's awesome.
You sick fucker. So hopefully we'll have him on another time. He's a very funny guy. I'm kind of bummed we don't have him on this week, but me and Rick are just going to wing it and fucking have our own little show, and we're talk some shit. We got some couple good topics to talk about. Let's see. So yeah, issue 7. Rick, how you doing this week? How's your week going?
I'm good. Very good. I'm not as tired as you are, which is
I'm so tired.
Yeah, you're
right
tired.
Now.
6 weeks. 6 days out of a week? No, I'm good. It's 6 days a week. You're like all of a sudden you're like a Beatles song, so it's all good.
Yeah. It's been a long week. It's coming down to a little run at my job. So if you know me, you know what I do. It's a Friday night. We're gonna film a show. We're gonna shoot the shit and we're gonna wing it as much as we can. And hey, this is the show. So,
this is what we do when we're not filming. So. Welcome to our lives. This is it. We want to get started?
Let's get started.
What do we got? What do we got?
Your enthusiasms are just scary to me.
Enthusiasms.
This is water.
Enthusiasms.
So we're going to start off, we're going to talk about some trailers. So this week we saw the release of No Time to Die, the newest James Bond. Starring Daniel Craig, directed by...
Oh, shit. Was it Cary Fukunaga?
No.
No?
Well, it was originally going to be directed by Danny Boyle, but he kind of had to pull out because of conflict of scheduling. The
whole thing about Danny Boyle is I heard... I don't think it was scheduling. I think he just was pissed off with the studio that they were going to interfere so much, and he was like, you know what? F you guys, I don't want to do it. I'm going to do my shit. And if you're going to interfere so much, I don't want to do your movie. So I actually applaud Danny Boyle for that. Thank you, Danny Boyle, for standing up to the studio.
I don't think that's right, but okay,
I'm pretty sure that's right.
I think you're making that up.
Danny Boyle, he's a reckless guy, man.
So
he's a rebel.
Right, so we saw the trailer. What'd you think of the trailer?
I liked it. I liked certain things. Rami Malek. I'm a big fan of Rami Malek.
He's a horrible
Freddie Mercury?
He was not a good Freddie.
Well, no, I mean...
He was too toothy, for my opinion. Whatever.
Wait a minute, you're saying that he was too toothy for Freddie Mercury?
They didn't need the fucking prosthetic teeth.
Freddie Mercury's pretty toothy, bro.
Yeah, but no, it was like...
He's toothy.
He was doing a fucking parody of Freddie Mercury.
I agree with that. I think, not a parody, but...
That movie was basically a behind-the-music Lifetime movie of the Queen. It wasn't the real...
It was the PG-13 version.
Yeah,
I get that. If anybody knows Freddie Mercury's life was not PG-13.
No, he was
not by any means. And I still go back to that I wish that Sacha Baron Cohen would have played Freddie Mercury. That would have been like super amazing.
He would have been a better representation of Freddie Mercury for sure.
I agree.
So this trailer came out. It's Daniel Craig, supposedly his last James Bond movie. It's kind of his swan song.
Thank you.
I've never
Finally.
been. I'm kind of a James Bond purist. I have the complete collection on
You got the Blu-ray one?
Blu-ray. The fucking complete Bond. I'm a big James Bond fan forever. That's like the 20. I have 24 films in this box set. Daniel Craig has never been a big hasn't been the best James Bond. He's done a couple good James Bond movies, like Skyfall was great.
Casino Royale?
Spectre for the first 10 minutes was great.
That's fucked up, man.
The first opening scene.
The opening scene's awesome. I agree with that.
And then it just
definitely agree with that.
But so Daniel Craig has never been my James Bond. I'm a Sean Connery purist for sure. I thought Pierce Brosnan was a great James Bond. That was never in a good James Bond movie. And Roger Moore was, kind of like the cheesy go-between.
Cheesy 80s Bond.
Yeah, so
love that.
I'm pretty picky when it comes to Bond. Daniel Craig has never been like the greatest James Bond to me. But he's been in a couple pretty decent James Bond. This trailer was pretty decent. It kind of comes off as a Mission Impossible kind of vibe to it. Like it feels like you could replace Daniel Craig with Tom Cruise and this be like Mission Impossible fucking 23. But it looks decent. Looks all right. They're famously. Recently, they just came out and said, there's a new 007. Oh, it's a black lady. Oh, no, there's a black lady going to be 007. She's going to be the new James Bond. She's going to be a 00 agent. And
00 is fine, as long as she's not James Bond. Call her Jane Bond, I would fucking be pissed. I'm not good with that. But if they give her the designation of 007, I actually would not have an issue with that. I actually am all for, more ladies actually coming into, action films. They don't get the women don't get so much love when it comes to action films, except Atomic Blonde. Atomic Blonde? Was that with Charlize Theron? There was also Fifth Element's one of my favorites. I fucking love Fifth Element. The whole Luc Besson with what's her name, Mila Jovovich. So I love Mila, but when it comes to James Bond, James Bond needs to be a dude. Sorry. I mean, it's James Bond. If you want to give somebody else a 007 designation...
okay, boomer.
That's cool.
Whatever, man.
Why am I a boomer? What's this boomer shit? All of a sudden, I've been called boomer so many times on, Facebook. What does boomer mean? I don't get this.
It's the baby boomers, but...
fuck that boomer shit, man.
All right.
Go. If you're a millennial and you're calling me a boomer... Eat a bag of dicks.
All right, we'll talk about that during the Baby Yoda segment. All right, so what'd you think of the trailer, Rick?
I actually liked it.
I ask you that, right? Yeah.
Some of the action sequences they already showed are really cool.
Yeah, our buddy Lori pointed out the scene where he jumps the bike over the.
That's one of the first scenes that they really...
that's a straight up Steve McQueen ripoff from fucking Great Escape.
Great Escape, I agree.
Yeah, McQueen did it better. He didn't need no CG. He fucking did it himself because McQueen was a fucking man.
And no stuntman. No stuntman either. That shit was McQueen. Yeah, McQueen. That's why you're either a Steve or you're a Stu. So, sorry. A little kick to Dallas Steve. A little kick to Dallas Steve.
And, a movie that no one knows.
Except us.
Yeah. So our second big trailer of the week, we had Black Widow release a trailer. Scarlett Johansson. They really haven't said what this movie takes place, time period. Is it before Endgame? Is it after Infinity War? Is it a couple years ago? The trailer was it was kind of meh. I didn't really see too much to get me excited. I do like David Harbour as Red Guardian, but it's kind of doing all the same jokes that were in Endgame about Fat Thor, Lebowski Thor. So it was the trailer just didn't get me excited about anything. Taskmaster
looks horrible.
He looks horrible. Taskmaster looks so garbage. So I'm not too excited about this movie. Rick, what'd you think about this trailer?
Well, my only hope for the trailer is that it looks like it's gonna take the espionage route that my favorite MCU movie, The Winter Soldier, did. That it's actually going to be probably a lot less superhero, but a lot more like espionage, a lot more things dealing with politics, probably dealing with the politics that have to do with Russia. And I get that. And it's going to be a little bit more grounded. I'll tell you this right now. MCU, my first and favorite movie is The Winter Soldier. I love Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Spoiler alert, man! Come on, we're
gonna do it. I know we're gonna do a top 10.
Top 10 fucking superhero movies,
man. That may not be my number one. You don't know that.
But
MCU,
be my top 3. I tell you.
It has that vibe, and I like that vibe. But I'm just scared because it always comes down to the villain. If the villain doesn't pull it off, the movie usually falters. Winter Soldier pulled it off perfectly because, if you guys haven't seen Winter Soldier, sorry, but spoiler alert, he kind of reverses and all that shit. But Black Widow, it didn't really give me too much storyline, so I kind of don't have any idea what the movie's going to be about.
What's the girl, Christian Pa from Fighting With My Family? She played Paige in the...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. Sorry.
She's like her sister. She might be the replacement for Black Widow, going forward.
Is that what they're doing?
Well, spoiler for Endgame, Black Widow doesn't make it out of that movie, so this has to be a prequel. So she's actually a pretty good actress. I think she's pretty decent. So
you can't replace Scarlett Johansson. ScarJo, if you're out there watching, I love you. I love you. Creepy?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, we just lost all our viewers. Okay,
sorry.
so it doesn't get me excited about the new Black Widow movie. I'm excited about a Black Widow movie, but I'm not excited.
I'm totally excited about Black
Widow. So
far,
all the stuff I've seen of her, it doesn't get me excited. So, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, the second trailer, I'll see some stuff, and I'll this is awesome. So, the next thing let's talk about the Ghostbusters. We don't have a trailer yet. I think we're getting a trailer on Sunday. Looks like we're getting a couple trailers. I think we're getting the Wonder Woman 1984 at the big Brazilian Comic-Con that's coming up.
Really?
Yeah, so we're getting Wonder Woman, and prior around Sunday, too, we're going to get a Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer that's coming out summer 2020. They released a couple images. There's a fucking Ecto-1 doing donuts in a cornfield, which is kind of odd and awesome at the same time. They showed a picture of Paul Rudd holding a proton, not a proton bag, a ghost trap. Looks like in a class. So it looks kind of, it definitely has a Stranger Things kind of vibe to it, and kind of it has one Finn Wolfhard.
What did you say, Wolfhard?
Wolfhard.
Finn Wolfhard.
Finn Wolfhard. Yeah. So, so I'm pretty excited about this movie. Wolfhard or Wolfhard?
Yeah, we don't have Hondo here, but now you really provide us with a good one right there. Wolfhard. It's a good one. Bodegas, Wolfhard. It's added to the fucking lexicon right now. So
callback.
Yes. Awesome. Did you like it? I mean, did you like the images so far?
The poster came out. The poster looks pretty cool. It's just a fucking Ecto-1 in the cornfield that looks whatever. But the trailer, I can't wait to see the trailer. I can't wait to see what the vibe is, what kind of how they're going to deal with the Ghostbusters. I'm excited. I really want to see Paul Rudd in a proton pack fucking costume.
In a ghost suit, in a Ghostbuster suit.
I really want to see, and also the other thing, I want to see how they're going to incorporate the old cast. Are they going to, there's going to be the same thing with the Paul Feig? Are they just going to have walk-on cameos? I'm Bill Murray, I'm in the movie. I'm no, I want them to actually have a role because I love those characters so much. So we'll see. See what happens, but so what do you think of these images, Rick?
The images I like. So the one thing that kind of ticked me off was the fact that they were telling me the whole time that they first announced that they were going to have a trailer. I thought this was going to be the week that we were going to have a trailer for the first time, and they gave us images. It's cool. It's cool. The one thing I'm looking forward to looking actually in the trailer is I actually want to see what some of the images of the ghosts look like. I don't want to see any overdone CGI. I don't want to see any Scooby-Doo kind of looking ghosts, which I did love the Scooby-Doo movie, but that's not what you want to see in Ghostbusters.
I didn't like the Scooby-Doo movie because they treated Scrappy-Doo very horribly.
Scrappy-Doo was in the Scooby-Doo movie?
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch that one. I only watched the second one. The second one is worth watching, by the way. Second one is very worth. The second one was James Gunn. He wrote it or something, or he did a treatment for it. James Gunn was involved in the second one, but yeah, the first one, yeah, I didn't give a shit. Sorry, your Scooby Gang, get out of here. If you get James Gunn involved with the Scooby Doo gang, I'm all for it. But when it comes to, I want to see what the ghosts look like. The first time I saw Ghostbusters in '84, the ghosts actually kind of scared me when I was a kid. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for ghosts. Cause
I hope they go with practical effects because that was part of the charm of I watched like the first 10 minutes of the Paul Feig.
You didn't watch it all the way, huh?
I watched the first 10 minutes,
and that's it.
I can do it. It just felt like a bad like SNL parody. Like I'm okay with believe me, I'm okay with women being like characters in movies. Like if you made them like, but you need to make it connected to the old the old Ghostbusters. Like about to say Star Wars. I have Star Wars.
We have Star Wars on the brain right
now. So Ghostbusters, like have it continue. Like if it was like Winston's daughter, like Harold Ramis's daughter from the movie,
or even a niece, or some kind of
just related
connected to
like,
some way.
Like, have it connected. I want a sequel to the movie. I want a continuation of the story. Like Ghostbusters 2 is awesome. Like people shit on that movie, but Ghostbusters 2
is good. I love it. I love it.
It's a fun movie. Like of course it's not a perfect movie, but it's a great fucking sequel to Ghostbusters. Like Bill Murray in Ghostbusters 2 is hilarious, man. He has some great one-liners.
My only thing when it comes to Paul Feig, you know what? Fuck you, Paul Feig, for just
Feig.
Paul, is it Feig?
I don't know.
Feig. It's like the whole Feige kind of thing.
Paul Feig is kind of being called out now because he is like he did Bridesmaids and what else?
I love Bridesmaids, by the way. I really did like.
Because a chick threw up in the
fucking... No. That movie had had a lot of funny moments, and it had a lot of good dialogue. It to me it just rang funny. But the one thing that kills me about look, I will say this: I did watch the whole thing of Ghostbusters 2016, and not just that. I watched it maybe not once, not twice. I watched it a few times. I watched it a few times. I try to give it a chance. The one thing that kills me is like I was talking to somebody and they said, "Well, isn't Ghostbusters corny?" I was like, "You know what? At its core, sometimes, yeah, it's corny, but it's natural. It's natural that these guys are corny. You know, you got Bill Murray, you got Dan Aykroyd, you got Harold Ramis. Yeah, I mean they're corny. Of course they are. Shit, whatever. It's corny.
The 80s were corny.
The 80s was corny. But this, the Paul Feig movie, it just felt like it was forced corny. A lot of the jokes just fell flat to me. And when I see the jokes, I go back to watch Ghostbusters 84, and then I will watch Ghostbusters 2016 to kind of see, am I being an asshole about it? But I'm not. So it's just a bad movie in general. It really is. You know, people got on a lot of people's shit for that.
The CG looks horrible.
It's fucking bad.
It looks like like you said, the fucking Scooby-Doo fucking Monsters Unleashed fucking movie. It just looks like a bad come on, man. Like, and they're like rehashing like the same story. Like, come on, man. Like,
I'm just glad they didn't get to a sequel. So
yeah, well,
Paul Feig,
and of course it got marginalized because a lot of like woke bros like this dudes like fucking hate on because it's women. I don't want women in my movies. Like, and it kind of got mixed. So it got muddled. Where the people that were hating on it got marginalized with the people that like some assholes that just don't like women and are scared of women being in roles. So it kind of got so.
When you look honestly, if you were to tell me that they were going to make a Ghostbusters movie with Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Leslie Jones, and Kate McKinnon. Oh my god, I'd be fucking so excited.
Well, I'd be excited about two of those.
I'd be excited of all four. I honestly loved
Kate McKinnon. And,
Kate McKinnon's hilarious.
Yeah,
Kate McKinnon's hilarious. Melissa McCarthy, I love Melissa McCarthy.
I'm not a fan of Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy, I love you.
Leslie Jones is hilarious, but she's kind of one note. And Kristen Wiig is funny. I think she's very talented, and so. Yeah,
it was just bad. It was just bad.
I'm excited about this new movie. You know,
Let's just fix it.
Jason Reitman's directing, the son of Ivan Reitman.
Did you trip that Jason Reitman was in Ghostbusters 2?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. He was the one who said, "My dad says that you guys aren't for real. That you guys, that. So if you guys ever watch Ghostbusters 2, we want we want a He-Man. He's that one kid who goes up to them and says, "Well, my dad says you guys are full of shit and all that shit." Jason Reitman, thank you for making this movie. Thank you so much.
I'm a
fanboy. I'm sorry. I'm a fanboy.
Wait to see a trailer, Rick.
Before I start fucking kissing his ass. Yeah, you're right.
I might turn on him.
He might.
All right. So yeah, that's. Usually we do the Mandalorian review and Watchmen review, but it's kind of like it's hard to talk about these shows without spoiling it. So we're gonna do some end of season spoiler reviews, like special one-off episodes. So we're gonna all right. It's like every week it's kind of the same thing. We kind of like talk about. We can't really talk about because the spoilers are so if you really want to talk about it, you have to talk spoilers. So we're gonna wait and we're gonna do a spoiler end of season review for both of those shows. So no we be watching the Watchmen. Mandalorian reviews. Wait till the end of the season. We're going to talk about them because we need the only way to talk about these shows is to talk about spoilers. So we're going to talk about at the end.
We just want to tell you guys, please continue to watch these shows. Please continue to watch The Mandalorian.
We're not having a problem with Mandalorian. Mandalorian is like the most watched show in the world.
Is it right now? Is it right now?
Yeah, it's like
okay, so you guys are watching, but go over and definitely. Go watch Watchmen, please.
Actually is doing
watch
all right
Watchmen.
Too. It's doing all right. And,
I heard it was dropping viewers every week.
Well, every show drops views, but Watchmen's doing all right now. So, but yeah, Mandalorian is the #1 show in the world. So on Star Wars, we're gonna talk some Star Wars. Kind of like we're kind of ramping up. Rise of Skywalker is coming out in a couple weeks. It's Rick's very nervous about the movie. I trust in JJ. I think they're gonna do the most fan service movie of all the Star Wars movie and give everyone what they want because they kind of know Rian Johnson. Kind of like whether you hated or loved Last Jedi, he kind of divided the fan base. So this is kind of like riding of the ship. So there's a lot of hype right now. We're seeing I'm trying to avoid some of the commercials and like TV spots and like all that. Because I kind of want to go going
fresh.
Yeah. So Rick, what do you think about all the hype that's happening? I know you're worried about it. What do you think? What are you worried about right now?
Well, if you get the ticket where you're gonna watch it before we do, like you did last time when it comes to The Last Giant, and fuck you, Ruin Johnson.
Ruin Johnson.
I call him Ruin Johnson. Ryan, you're not Ryan. You're Ruin Johnson. Go eat a dick. I saw this. Believe me, we've watched a lot of Star Wars movies together, and I have never seen him walk out of a theater and just look at me and be like, "Good luck."
I passed you the bottle of tequila. I was like, "Rick,
you're gonna need this." It was bad, man. It was bad, and right now I'm just so worried about what they can do because it's like when it comes to this movie here, this is a repair job. This is a repair job movie. So are you going to be able to repair it and actually advance the story forward? Or are we going to need episode 10 too? Because I'm not going to call this, I really don't call this episode 8. I want to think that Last Jedi never existed. Fuck you, Ruin Johnson. Oh God, I want to just fucking put one of these in your fucking suck hole. Sorry, I'm gonna calm down.
This has been our Nerd Rage Minute for this issue number 7.
Zen Goose
Comic Book Company.
Goose Fraba. Calm down.
I'm pretty pissed off too, but I'm not as much as this guy.
Yeah.
But it's Rian Johnson.
Johnson.
He tried to make a modern Star Wars movie that doesn't need to be made modern.
Not yet.
The charm of Star Wars is kind of the old aesthetic, kind of the old style filmmaking, and so trying to make a modern movie out of Star Wars, it just doesn't work for me. That's why like The Mandalorian's so great. It's just set in the Star Wars universe. It's not trying to be something else. It's not trying to be modern. It's not trying to be like edgy and like trying to be like do these different things. It's just trying to be Star Wars. Just be Star Wars. You don't have to do all this extra shit. So,
yeah, fuck you, Ruin Johnson.
So speaking of Star Wars hype, the big hype right now is Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda, like spoilers, like they're out there. You've seen Baby Yoda on your timeline. They held it back for a couple weeks, but now Baby Yoda's everywhere. Everywhere. There's memes. There's T-shirts. There's like mugs now. They're starting to pre-sell some like plush toys, which I of course pre-ordered because I'm a goddamn fucking Disney fucking shill. So Baby Yoda. Rick, what's your thoughts on Baby Yoda? Hate him? Hate him? You hate him so much, don't you? It's the worst thing that ever happened to Star Wars.
I wish I had Baby Yoda as a son. I mean, look.
I would adopt Baby Yoda right now.
Right now. Oh my god. Baby Yoda to me is like, did Yoda fuck Gizmo at one point and they just like created Baby Yoda? Because that's exactly what I see. I'm like, oh my god, it's a little Mogwai, but Yoda form, and and he can use the Force.
The best meme I saw was, or like quote whatever, it's like I would throw Baby Groot onto the fire to keep Baby Yoda warm.
Baby Groot, you're fucking
sorry,
dead.
Baby Groot.
Sorry, Baby Groot, you're
out
done.
of the picture. Sorry. It's the cutest fucking thing ever to happen to anything. It's Baby Yoda's the best. Like I pre-ordered the plush. I'll buy a figure of Baby Yoda. I'll buy whatever the fucking they tell me because it's so damn adorable. It's the Mandalorian's so awesome. So Baby Yoda, it's so supposedly like the reason we don't have all the merch out for Christmas in time because people are like, well, why don't you have this stuff out for Christmas? Because you're just wasting money. It's like because they didn't want to spoil it. Like
Thank you.
They didn't want to spoil it.
Thank you.
It was a big surprise. Like I didn't know. I didn't know ahead of time, and like I'm the worst. But like with Star Wars spoilers, I always want to know what's going on. I had no idea they were going to bring out a Baby Yoda, and so seeing it in the show, kind of like, oh, whoa, they're going this way, this route, and it was awesome. It was adorable. Like on paper, it shouldn't work. Like we're gonna have a Baby Yoda, and it's gonna be a fake Boba Fett, and we're gonna make this like serialized Western kind of show. Like, on paper, this shouldn't work, but it's awesome. It's amazing. So, Baby Yoda is definitely like awesome, and like we can't wait to see where this goes. And I'm gonna buy all the merch, like whatever Baby Yoda you want to bring me, I'm gonna bring.
I think after I watched the first episode of The Mandalorian, I actually probably called you the next day. I was just like, "Did you see it?" I was like, "Okay, you saw it. What the? Oh, dude, Baby Yoda? Are you serious?" I was like, "Dude, Baby Yoda. Oh." It's just that was the perfect way to really surprise everybody, because you don't know what's going on. Like you actually think you're gonna watch like The Mandalorian, and you know it's a bounty hunter. You think he's gonna be going out there and just it's gonna be like one of these Western serials, but then all of a sudden it's a little pod, and it opens, and it's a little finger that comes out. And he's trying to reach for the Mandalorian. And he has little ears. It's Baby Yoda. Fucking Baby Yoda. Oh my god. Sorry. I gotta calm down. Calm down. Rein it in. Baby Yoda's awesome. That's all it comes down to. Yeah. Baby Yoda's the shit.
Fucking Disney's smart, man. Favreau's a genius. Baby Yoda's the fucking best thing that ever happened to us. We're all a little better for it.
I think Baby Yoda's the best thing that's ever happened to Star Wars. I think Baby Yoda made me forget about the fucking Last Jedi. Thank you, Jon Favreau. Thank you, Dave Filoni.
Just the memes alone from Baby Yoda is hilarious. Yeah, I like the meme with Yoda.
Switching the music? Have you seen the Switching the Music one?
That was pretty good. That was pretty fucking good. Pretty hilarious.
From the windows to the wall. Fucking Baby Yoda loves that song. I fucking love Baby Yoda. Can I adopt him? Is he real? Somewhere out there?
He's whatever you want it to be. On the next Star Wars news kind of stuff happening. So Ahmed Best, Jar Jar Binks from the prequels, is hosting a Star Wars game show. This is kind of almost like Double Dare meets Hogwarts kind of thing, where they're going to take kids and they're going to like do Jedi challenges and like do like, it sounds like awesome and horrible at the same time. It's a bunch of kids are gonna go through like Jedi training, like learning like like what to do with the Force and all that. So, what'd you think about this story?
No, well, okay. So first of all, I actually dig this show. I wanted to be on Double Dare when I was a fucking kid. So, but this show actually sounds cool. I'm at best. I have nothing against you, bro. I really don't. I just hope you don't do the fucking Jar Jar voice. I know
you're gonna win.
Are you gonna win? It's just...
Well, in defense of Jar Jar, I'm a prequelist. Everyone knows that. I defend the prequels. There's good stuff in there.
I like the prequels. But Jar Jar's not one of them.
But yeah, of course, because you're a bitter old man. If you ask somebody under the age of fucking 10, like about Jar Jar Binks, they grew up on those prequel movies, like when they were young. They love Jar Jar.
I like the porgs, and I'm a bitter old man.
Porgs are horrible. They taste delicious.
They do. Like chicken.
But cannibalism.
Sorry.
Oh, Jar Jar. Like, yeah, it wasn't made for us. I think the choice of voice was kind of horrible, but the character was like, you ask a child who grew up with the prequels watching that, they love Jar Jar. Jar's hilarious. He's Bugs Bunny. He's a character.
Oh,
but we're bitter old men, so we're programmed not to like that kind of shit. So
if we could just put a little thing up above me saying "bitter old man," right here, when it comes to Jar Jar Binks, you know what? Sorry, and all these fucking I don't care. I'm sorry for whoever were the authors of these videos. When it comes down to Jar Jar Binks, he was a Sith. Another one. There's a lot of these coming out here right now. This is like the 6th one I'm fucking throwing out to you. Ruin Johnson and Jar Jar Binks.
I think there's a short story. I forgot in one of the maybe Chuck Wendig Star Wars book where they have Jar Jar show up. He's like, well, they don't mention his name, but it just meant like
they're saying he's a Sith.
No, they're just like talking about a Gungan. He's like washed up. He's like a clown, basically like a street clown in Naboo, where he's like doing tricks for like money and stuff. So it's kind of like a sad, depressing story.
Oh God!
The best thing about this is Ahmed Best. He's famously was kind of suicidal during like Jar Jar because of all the backlash, and so he's kind of like being brought back into the Star Wars fold, and like, hey, people appreciate his work even though it's kind of marginalized. So I feel bad. I feel good for.
I feel good for Ahmed Best. I like Ahmed Best, man.
And he's not. He's gonna be typecast for the rest of his life as Jar Jar Binks.
As Jar Jar Binks.
So it sounds like a fun game show. I might check out an episode. I'm not.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
If the moment you said it was Double Dare, I'm gonna check it out.
Well, Double Dare is kind of example. Like,
Double Dare meets the Jedi Temple, hidden temple. What's that? Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
I'm all for it if they're gonna have like little games to kind of show what the Star Wars lore when it comes to being a Jedi and everything that surrounds a Jedi. Because I think it says they're gonna mention about the Jedi Temple. They're gonna have things, Jedi cruisers and all this stuff going back to maybe stuff in the Old Republic coming up, which is nice, but. As far as Jar Jar Binks goes, no.
Misa gonna die.
Is it Misa gonna double dare? No, sorry. I don't. I'm not my Star Wars. Hashtag not my Star Wars. Well, not my Jar Jar, man.
Not my Jar Jar. All right, cool. So yeah, we ran through a couple subjects. Like I said, this might not be the longest show, but we're gonna go on to our pool list. Rick, you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Oh well, pull list. Yeah, I got a couple of them. So first,
pull list is what's pull list, Rick?
For me, I've been watching this movie called.
What's the pull list? What's the pull list?
Pull list. Oh, it's things that we've been watching, or good things, bad things. You've been either watch a show, watch the movie, book you've read, band you've heard, song you've heard. Or just anything in general.
Anything you picked up recently, anything good or bad, like something you watched that was horrible, something you watched that was awesome. So, Rick, what do you got this week?
For me, I got The Grand. So, I don't know if you ever heard of The Grand. It's a Zach Penn directed movie. I think he wrote it too. It's kind of...
He wrote it?
He wrote it. It's a new word, folks. He wrote it.
He wrote it.
Yeah, it stars David Cross, Woody Harrelson, Werner Herzog's in that too. Who's the other guy? Who plays is Cheryl Hines from Curb Your Enthusiasm's in it as well. It's all having to deal with like an indoor because they do have outdoor poker tournaments.
The Planet of Endor? What?
Yeah, but indoor. Did I say indoor or Endor?
Endor. You said Endor.
Did I say Endor? Sorry, it's the burr. Yeah, so it's a cool movie. It's you can find it on Tubi right now. I'm a big fan of Tubi TV. So it all has to deal with, poker players and just how, like, at one point that everybody was just all... There was a big, like, surge with the World Series of poker. I was going to say porker.
Peter Porker?
Peter Porker. I was going to say porker, but it's poker. Poker, 5-card stud. So, it's a funny-ass movie, actually. It's really hilarious. Werner Herzog's great. So is Woody Harrelson. Who's the guy who plays... who does the voice for... the guy from Rick and Morty, the father?
Oh, Chris Parnell?
Chris Parnell. He's awesome in that fucking film. So if you guys ever get a chance to watch The Grand, if you guys haven't watched it already, definitely watch this fucking movie. It's one of my hidden gems. I said hidden gems, and it's my pull list.
Fucked up the show, Rick! God damn it!
Typical Rick. Typical Rick.
Rickical.
Rickical? It's a new... We're broadening everybody's lexicon. We're making new words tonight. So yeah, that would have been that's part of my pull list. I was trying to think of what else that I just. Oh, you know what? So thank you to Spotify. Thank you to Spotify. Can I say Spotify? Thank you to Spotify for showing me that the band that I've listened to this decade the most has been Wolfmother. So I saw Wolfmother at the Fillmore. Shout out to the Fillmore. I saw them once there, and I actually got to see them twice, and it's probably the best live band that I've ever seen because they sound better than they do actually recorded. They throw on one hell of a fucking show, and so if you haven't got the chance to listen to Wolfmother, they do songs called Woman. They use it in various advertisements. They use Joker and the Thief, but those two songs, they're just like the more mainstream ones. Almost every song on the album, you don't want to miss this band. Check out Wolfmother. They're a band out of New Zealand. Top rated fan on Facebook. Check them out. Definitely check out Wolfmother. So, right?
Yes. What Rick said.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of pull lists today.
There we go.
Nice. I picked up a bunch of stuff today. Right here, I have displayed right here the Homer. And picked up at Cards and Comic Central. If you know The Simpsons, this is
it's the Homer car that he created.
Homer.
Oh no shit! That's dope.
So yeah, that's the Homer. Like Hot Wheels has these like movie themed cars, and the Homer is like one of them. If you know The Simpsons, you know the episode where Homer creates his own car, his brother's like car factory.
Played by Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, of course. So yeah, that's the Homer. So I picked up a few books this week. Doctor Doom #3. Great cover right there. I think that's a variant, a 2099 variant. He has like a steampunk kind of vibe to it. Very good issue. Definitely some callbacks to some classic Dooms storylines. Very interesting issue. I like where it's going. Christopher Cantwell, just great writer. The dialogue is great. Like I said, some of the callbacks are awesome. X-Men #3, right there. Third issue of Hickman's run. It's kind of like X-Men versus the Golden Girls. So I can't really explain it well. I can't do it justice, but it's X-Men versus
Arthur.
Yeah, some ladies who are like botanists and like. It's hard to describe. It's kind of like I like the more I think about it, the more I like it. When I first read it, I was like, "What the hell is this?" And so now I'm the more like kind of sits with me. I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. This Hickman run is going off in some weird weird areas, but
I gotta see this.
It's an interesting
versus
issue.
The Golden Girls. So
and I picked this up. This was from last week. It's X Force number 2. The first X Force issue had a big twist, a big I would say plot twist, but a big twist at the end. So this is kind of continuing from that story. I like this issue a lot, and the art's kind of growing on me. The first issue, I did not like the art from Casera. This issue kind of grown on me a little bit more, so I'm kind of digging it. I picked this one up at Cards and Comics right there. It says it right on the thing right there, Cards and Comics. The other books I picked up at Amazing Fantasy on Irving here in San Francisco. And the last thing on my pull list, I have this collection of the Spectacular Spider-Man. This was like a magazine format Spider-Man issue. The first few issues were done in black and white. This was like 1968, and kind of done in like a noir kind of like storytelling, like kind of noirish, kind of black and white. It's
almost like a Sin City.
Kind of yeah, anything in black and white. Done by Stan Lee and John Romita Sr., who is probably like the greatest Spider-Man artist.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's been some great Spider-Man artists, but yeah, he's definitely up there as like probably one of the greatest. So these issues were kind of like in magazine format. They're kind of like a bigger format back in the late 60s, and so they just got re-released in a trade paperback form, and so I picked it up, and so I think I've read a little bit of these. I haven't read them all, but when I was younger, I definitely didn't like black and white because I was more like, oh, everything should be in color, black and white. That's lame. Like, so the older I get, the more I appreciate kind of like the black and white format because you kind of appreciate the art more. Sometimes the color and all this thing that you add so much to it, the essence of the art kind of gets lost sometimes. So yeah, I appreciate black and white a little bit more. So. Collect some of these late 60s issues done by some of the greatest creators of all time. So yeah, if you get a chance to pick these up.
And Norman Osborn's like hair is like fucking awesome in these, man, which is dope. I love the finger rolls, which is great.
So that's it's pretty decent stories. I think they've been collected a few times, but yeah. So, it's a new collection that just came out this week. Shout out to Frank at Amazing Fantasy. Always a great pleasure going in that store. So, all right, cool. That's our pull list for the week. So, Hidden Gems. Hidden Gems for the week. Rick, what do you got for a Hidden Gem? Hidden Gem is our guest show and tell, just something that's personal to you, something that, like when you were in kindergarten, you like brought something to school, like, oh, this is my new toy. So it could be anything. It's something that's personal to you. Rick, what do you got for Hidden Gem?
Hidden Gems. I was not prepared for this, man. So
you had it all week, Rick.
I know. I got a new phone. I got a cool keychain. It's a little Batman guy, so it's. You can
that's
see
your hidden gem for the week.
Well, that's all I got right now in my hands, Ray.
Who gave you that?
This one? I think you gave me this one.
I probably did.
Yeah, Ray gave me this one. It's a little thing, so it's from my Batmobile. So thank you, Ray, and that's my hidden gem. Sorry, thank you. That's all I got. That's all I got.
You had all week to think of this, Rick.
Well, you know what? I was not. Okay. I was prepared, but I was not prepared. Can I say that?
Yeah. All right. So my hidden gem this week is a figure I picked up. I already opened this, so I see what.
See, I'm waiting for this right now because I've seen a box here, and every time I see a box, I'm like, I want to see what's inside.
So I picked this up on eBay, the old mom and shop eBay.
Is this custom?
This is a custom figure I picked up. It's one of my favorite characters.
Oh no way!
Dr. Doom. Yes,
that's sick.
From pretty much in his Secret Wars costume, the 1980s Secret Wars costume. I picked this up on
I think his
eBay.
foot needs to. Yeah, there he goes.
So yeah, that's Dr. Doom. He's in his his 6-inch figure from his costume from Secret Wars. Yeah, I just picked won a bid on it. It's a cool little figure.
Pretty dope.
Secret Wars is probably one of the classic storylines. It's I found it pretty cheap for a custom. I don't think anybody was that excited about a Secret Wars Doctor Doom, but I am. So it's a cool little figure. I picked it up. So it came a couple days ago. So that's my hidden gem for the week. Cool little figure. Pretty. Found it pretty cheap.
Put him next to the Homer right there.
There you go. That's squad right there. That's squad goals right there.
Like Homer and Doctor Doom. If you have Homer and Doctor Doom in your squad, you're doing fucking all right. I'll just let you know. Man. You're doing all right.
So yeah, it's I have a few custom figures. Like you find some deals on eBay. Just do a search for like custom DC figures or custom Marvel Universe figures, and yeah, some cool shit will pop up. And there's some like cool geeks out there that will they just kind of do this for fun, and they don't really charge too much. And that was like $30 online. So somebody put a lot of effort into it. That's a little work of art. That's a custom. It's a one of a kind figure right there. So it's cool to find these kind of things. He's like, so definitely a true hidden gem. Find these kind of figures online. So it's if there's a character you think of that hasn't been done, if you look on eBay, you might find a custom figure from that. So. That's my hidden gem for the week. Custom Doctor Doom Secret Wars. I think it's pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet. I'm trying to figure out that his little accessory here. What other figure they probably got that from?
This is like the standard Marvel Legends, like Kirby-esque kind of power.
But is it from like a Doctor Doom figure?
No.
It's from another kind of a.
Oh, they use this a bunch. This effect.
Design?
Yeah, so you can find this on a bunch of figures. It's like a standard like Marvel Legend, a power force like kind of figure, like the Kirby-esque like bubbles and stuff. So
yeah. I think that's pretty dope, man. Doctor Doom is one of the most awesome characters in the Marvel universe. He's definitely one of the him, Magneto. They definitely stand out. Red Skull. So that's pretty sick. That somebody put a lot of love into that figure, man. I'm looking at it right now, and I can just tell that, like, there's like definitely the ankles, the knees, hips. Every single piece is like
elbows,
you
and toes.
You can articulate them, which is pretty dope. It's very posable. That's pretty cool, man. I really think that's cool.
Goddamn posers, man.
Posers.
So it's kind of a short. This might be the short. 47 minutes. Yeah, we talked for a minute. Goddamn. Yeah. We don't need a guest. We just do it on our own. That was a pretty good week. We're gonna go some shout outs. Shout outs to Frank at Amazing Fantasy, my weekly comic shop going guru. He's always a great guy, always knowledgeable, and just a great shop to go in. Just a friendly face to always see. Daryl at Cards and Comics, man, I love going in there when I get a chance. He always has some great knowledge too, man. He
got some great stuff there, man. I love that place.
I go there for all my like hot toys and figures and stuff. So I want to have Daryl on the show. We're gonna do some stuff with him soon. Leaf at Mission Comics, man. A shout out to him. Daniel at Super 7. Let's see. We had guys at Fantastic Comics. And Graham Gates, Saliva Tribe, doing our theme.
Graham, thank you so much, man. I listen to this theme, even though it's so short. I want to see what a full-length theme sounds like. I actually do want to hear it.
The epic score.
The epic score of the SF Comic Book done by Graham Gates. That's great.
Yeah, so, shout out all those folks. And we got some stuff in the pipeline. We actually have some time to, like, film some stuff, so... you're gonna see some more stuff popping up soon, thankfully. So watch out for more videos. SF Comic Book Co. on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe, like the videos, comment. Like if there's stuff you want to see stuff. You want us to talk about certain things. Hit us up. Like we're down. we're a small operation. We want to hear the fans' opinions on stuff. So please let us know if you want to hear some stuff, or you're curious about some stuff. You want to know more about some certain things we're talking about. So just be on the lookout for some more videos coming up soon. Rick, where can we find you?
You can find me at Max Effort Grayson. I'm not gonna mess that one up this time. Max Effort Grayson at IG. For Instagram. I'm also around SF Comic Book Co. Twitter and Instagram. But I'd like to shout out a couple of folks. So Phil Cawthorn, one of my friends, he's working on a whole bunch of things for us. I actually showed Ray something, and he really enjoyed it, which I was very, very happy about. So we're going to be having a few things coming up soon on the SF Comic Book Co. We're going to be doing probably a few different things. And, hopefully Emily will get our logo going. Emily, please. I want the logo so bad. So for all these folks who are just helping us out and contributing, Graham, Emily, Phil, I just want to say thank you guys, because you guys are actually doing this out of your own personal time, and it's just, you're actually helping us out, because we're doing the legwork here, but you guys are behind the scenes guys. So I just want to say thank you, and all your work and your hard work is very appreciated by us. And for even like the comic book guys that Ray goes to visit, thank you for keeping your shops open, because we know that these comic shops they're dying out, and it sucks so bad, because this is what we grew up on, and we don't want to see these places go away. So please go and patronize these shops. Just help everybody out. It's a
go buy a comic.
Circle of life.
Go in there and buy a comic.
Buy a comic.
Spend money at your local comic shop.
Hashtag buy a comic. That's a good one. Hashtag buy a comic. That's going to be the new hashtag.
And it's rough nowadays because everybody's broke. It's the holidays, and got to spend money on other things right now. But support. If you're gonna buy gifts,
don't buy your mom a gift. Buy a comic.
Yeah, don't go to Amazon. Don't go to fucking online. Go to a mom and pop. There's look up your local comic shop. A nerd in your family. Go buy him a fucking good gift. So yeah, man. Good show. Impromptu. It's not what we planned, but hey, this is
it works.
This is how we roll. Rick. Thanks, man. Thanks for being you and doing your thing.
I try.
Yeah, and somebody's birthday's coming up soon.
Oh, if that's an epic, I wish we could record. We might have to record that and just throw that in there if we have some fucking software finally. Reggie, get your ass over here and fucking install the software.
Reggie. Yeah. So who do we have next week? We have Alex and Davis next week. Hopefully they don't get sick and not show up next week. So right on, Rick. Good show. We did it. We don't need nobody.
We don't need no other heroes.
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
All right. So thanks a lot, folks. Like I said, like and subscribe to the channel. Comment,
please. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any topics that you want us to tackle. Please let us know.
We're begging you.
Yeah, we're for the people. Just help us. Help you. Help us. Help you.
Right, that's enough shilling. All right. All right, Rick. Thank you, and thanks everybody that watched. And you guys have a good week, and see you guys next time. Did I do it? It's too